Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to this Spellbinders card making project. Now in this project, the items we're going to use from Spellbinders are the Dot Mandela stamp and die set and the Beautiful Dreamer die and stamp set. When you get your Beautiful Dreamer set, it will be packaged in the Spellbinders packaging. I've had to take mine off just for storage, because I can't keep the packaging on everything. So those are the two items that you're going to be using for this project. Details of everything I do use will be on my blog, so please be sure to check that out. If you've got anything to say or any comments, you can always comment on Facebook or my blog, but you can comment on YouTube, but I can't reply to you on YouTube. I can reply to you everywhere else, but just not YouTube. So those are the Spellbinders items that we're going to be using, and we're going to be using my favourite size of card, which is a 7x5" card. Now this is a white card. The theme for this card is black and white, and I've already posted before this project the project of how I've made the flowers for this one, because I thought it was ideal for you to be able to see how I heat emboss them with using the white ink pad and the white embossing powder. So if in doubt, please check that out, and those are the best white ink pad and embossing powders, heat embossing powder, that I've used in a very long time. So have a little look at that. So we're using a 7x5" card. Now at this stage I would normally score it, use my bone folder, sorry, and show you that, you know, we need a nice professional crease on it. However, I've already die cut it. Now, what I've done is I've used the Beautiful Dreamer die, and I've cut out the shape that it cuts from the card. And then I've put the shape to one side, and now I can use my bone folder to make sure we've got a nice sharp score along the edge. For the simple reason, I didn't do it before I die cut it, because I knew putting it through the machine might just alter the crease. So I let it go in its own natural way. Now that is the base of our card. The actual die cut that I cut out, I stamped on it using the Dream Every Chance You Get stamp, and I use Stays on ink. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to position this through the aperture that we've die cut, and I'm just going to pop it in place like that and press it down so that it actually sticks on the inside of the card like that. So that's quite simple and very easy. So next what I've done is I've actually heat embossed and die cut 3 of the black and white flowers and 3 of the white and black flowers, which are the slightly smaller ones, and I've taken them through my Xyron machine. And I just want to point out that even though you've heat embossed them, putting them through the Xyron machine won't hurt them. It won't change them. It won't break that crispiness that you get from heat embossing. And all I'm going to do is simply peel a couple of them away from the sheet and add them to the edge of our sentiment like so, and that just helps keeping it in place on the edge, and it makes the insert a little bit prettier. Now for the insert, you've got enough room for your to and from, and obviously as it closes we're going to decorate the front of the card. But as it opens, you've still got the sentiment that shows on the front, if that makes sense. So that is the inside done. Now this card actually is a really quick card if it wasn't for me chattering. There's only a few simple steps with it. It looks more complicated than it actually is. So now we've put the inside in, I'm just going to take my bone folder and make sure I've still got that nice sharp score. Because for the front, what I've done is I've cut a piece of black cardstock just slightly smaller than the outside of the card. And then I've die cut the same shape that we've used for the inside from the Beautiful Dreamer set, and I'm going to position the black cardstock over the top of the front of the white card, if that makes sense. Oh, I keep saying if that makes sense, I don't mean to. I've been off with the flu and it's been a while since I've done a project. Okay, so we're going to position this over the top of the white card base, and there we go. And so that just leaves the white edge of the card base and then highlights the inside of the card. Around the edge I've used silver and pearl drops just to create a little bit of interest, just for something a little bit different. And then next what we can do is I've got 5 of the white heat embossed flowers from the Dot Mandala set, and I've just slightly curled the leaves a little bit, and I've added a pearl dot in the centre of the leaves, of the flowers. And where I've curled them slightly, it hasn't affected the heat embossing at all, because I've just done it very carefully on the edge, and then that way it just gives it a little bit of texture and a little bit more interest. And we'll add the last one to that side. There we go. Add those 2 there. And then to finish our card off, I've made a double bow in quite thin ribbon. I've die cut one of the smaller dot mandalas and stamped it in black, and then added a dot of silver pearl drops and a little crystal to the centre. And then I can add this to the card to finish it off. And that is a very simple and quite quick card. It's got prettiest inside that makes the outside come alive, stands up nicely, it's a little bit different, and I think black and white can be so clean and classy, and it can make anything stand out. And believe me, this one will stand out. So it'll go in a normal envelope, and I think it's a fun one, and it could be used on so many different die sets. Maybe you haven't got these die sets, maybe you could try it with something a little bit different. So it's a good cool card to try. So I hope you've enjoyed this project. If you have, please, I always forget this bit, please give it the thumbs up, please share. You can always comment, I think I've already said that, and I can get back to you everywhere apart from YouTube. So I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time.